Greetings and salutations, ladies, gentlemen, and NBDorgables. Welcome back to the Duggie Zone. My name is Woofy, and today we're running I'll Put You in a Twance, which is the Persona 3 portable playthrough. I have been promising some more Persona for quite some time, and now that Persona 3 portable was on Steam, I thought, why not? I can get the best experience possible with the Persona 3 game. Because there are three versions of Persona 3. There's Persona 3, Persona 3 FES, and then Persona 3 Portable. And Portable was essentially the one with the most features, so that's the one that got ported. So we're just starting with episode 1 here, and it's something that has been requested for quite some time, so I'm happy to finally be able to do it again and experience the story together with you. Welcome to the world of Persona 3 Portable. In this game, you can select the gender of the main character. The course of the game will change based on the main character's gender. By choosing a male main character, you will be able to play a version very close to the original Persona 3. This is recommended for new players who have yet to experience Persona 3. The female main character added to this game is not just for female players. She's also for veterans of Persona 3 and Persona 3 FES who wants a new perspective. Now, please choose a gender. I think I'm gonna go with the Protect-kun here because he's the one I'm used to, and at the same time I want the same experience as I have experienced before, so I can, you know, put effort into the voice acting and all that kind of stuff. In the story as the male main character? Yes. Choose a difficulty setting. Your choice will not influence the storyline. Choose a difficulty level that fits your comfort level. I ran with normal in Persona 4, so I will run with normal in Persona 3. You can change the difficulty level from the command menu. Begin on normal? Yup. Now, please enjoy the game. Let's get into it, folks. This game is a work of fiction. No persons, groups, incidents, or terms appearing in this story are real and are clearly coincidental. I'm sure that's what it said. Time never waits. It delivers all equally to the same end. You who wish to safeguard the future, however limited it may be. You will be given 1 year. Go forth without falter, with your heart as your guide. We're gonna get the opening. I don't know. Terminal station, evening. The station entrance is buzzing with activity. Hello there, Flo. Welcome aboard to the Duggie Zone. It's good to see you. Meanwhile, elsewhere.
I just put it to my head, pull the trigger. No chickening out.
Oh, they're using the Persona 3 cutscenes, which is just slideshows. Oh well.
No, I can't.
A shame. I would have liked them to actually include the proper cutscenes, but fair enough. Inside the new city passenger train, Ane Hasaru. This is so odd. I'm not used to the story being like this.
This is the final train route for Duggie to Puet Island. Please take your turn toward the 4-hour departure.
You arrived late. It's almost midnight. So essentially, this is the game I'm used to, just without the cutscenes. Essentially. Yeah. Wow, okay. Not very riveting, fair enough. Something about the atmosphere seems odd. It would probably be best to hurry to the dorm. Good lord, it's loud. I'm sure you couldn't even hear me through all that. So give me a second here. I'm gonna turn down the Persona 3 volume to like 50%. I think that's more than fair. Yeah, that should be much better. Much better. But it's still relatively loud. So I don't know if I have to turn it even further down. I might actually have to do that. Welcome back to Streaming Woofy. I hope you've enjoyed yourself because you're going right back into tech support the game. Let's put it at quarter the volume. Much better. Holy smokes. That was better. Now you should be able to hear me. I apologize. That was way louder than I thought it would be, to be honest. Yakokan High School, Iwatodai Dorm. This is the dorm mentioned in your admission pamphlet.
Welcome. You're late. I've been waiting a long time.
Oh, really? An unknown boy is holding a piece of paper out to you.
If you want to proceed, then please sign here. It's a contract.
Oh my.
There's no need to be scared. It only binds you to accepting full responsibility for your actions.
Something is written on the paper he is holding out to you. I chooseth this fate of mine own free will. Below it is a blank to sign your name. My first name? Let me think. I usually go for a Japanese name so that it sounds like they belong in the world. Yeah, that's the question. What name I should go for? How about Mukoda? Yeah, that sounds like a good first name. Mukoda. How about Inosuke? Mukoda Inosuke? I mean, that could have been just any kind of Japanese person, couldn't it? I know both names are actually real names in Japan, so just mix those together, boom, you got a new name, right? I know Inosuke is both a first and last name, and Mukoda is a first name. So I could use Inosuke pretty much anywhere. But in a way, I feel like Inosuke is not the name we're going for the surname. What about Yoshido? Mukoda Yoshido. Let's go for that. That seems like a decent name. Proceed? Yes.
Very well.
I can see that my name tag has to either go or be placed somewhere else because the text is blocking the names, and that's not good.
Time is something no one can escape. It delivers us all to the same end. Wishing won't make it go away. And
True.
so it begins.
This is such a weird experience because I'm used to the PlayStation 2 game. The unknown boy disappeared as if melting into the darkness. Yeah, I wish I could actually see it, but apparently not.
How can you be... But it's... Don't tell me.
The girl is holding something that looks like a gun.
Wait. The lights.
The lights.
I didn't think you'd arrive so late.
Now there's a banger.
My name is Mitsuru Kirijo. I'm one of the students who live in this dorm.
Who's he?
He's a transfer student. It was a last-minute decision to assign him here. He'll eventually be moved to a room in the boys' dorm.
Is it okay for him to be here?
I guess we'll see. This is Yukari Takeba. She'll be a junior this spring, just like you.
Oh, really?
Hi, I'm Yukari.
Why do you have a gun?
Well, it's sorta like a hobby. Well, not a hobby, but...
You know how it is these days. It's for self-defense.
In Japan. Come on. In Japan. You know what? While we have the time, let me just quickly change so that my name tag is not like in the way. So I will just put it a bit above, just a little bit further up. Just a little bit. Just changing the verticality of it. Put it like here, I think. That looks better, doesn't it? I mean, it's a little bit odd that I have to do it like that. But hey, you know, as long as it works, right?
It's not a real gun, of course. It's getting late, so you should get some rest. Your room's on the second floor at the end of the hallway. Your things should already be there.
All right.
Oh, I'll show you the way. Follow me.
Dormitory. Second floor hallway at the furthest door.
This is it. Pretty easy to remember, huh? Since it's right at the end of the hall. So, any questions? Huh?
What's that contract
What
for?
contract?
Yukari doesn't seem to know what you're talking about.
Can I ask you something? On your way here from the station, was everything okay? You know what Never mind. It seems like you're all right. Well, I better get going. I'm sure you still have other questions, but let's save them for later, okay? Good night.
All right. Yukari walked down the stairs. This is your assigned room. Use the movement buttons to move the cursor. Hold down the cancel button to make the cursor move faster. Oh no. Wait, so if I played the female character, it would be a different experience and not this? I don't know. I'll put you in a trance. Also, press the guide button to display all the icons that can be accessed. Press the guide button again to hide the icons. Press the command menu button to access config load data inside the screen. Oh no. No way. Seriously, how is the combat then if this is how you move around in the game? Mirror reflects your regular face. You are tired today. You should go to bed early. Well, if it would let me. Sure. Oh, there it is. Bed. You should go to bed early. Alright, let's do it.
It's Yukari. Are you awake?
Yes.
Good morning. Did you sleep okay? Mitsuru Senpai asked me to take you to school.
Alright.
Are you ready to go?
Sure thing.
Okay, then let's go.
Inside the new city passenger train, Anehasuru.
We have to take the monorail to get there. Bet your last school wasn't like that, huh? This is my favorite part, when it feels like you're gliding over the sea. Our stop is Port Island Station at the end of the line. From there, we walk. Have you ever heard of Tatsumi Port Island? It's a man-made island. They built our school right in the middle. Oh look, you can see it now.
Okay, will we see a slideshow? Yes, we will. This is so odd.
Morning. Morning. Well, here we are. Welcome to Gekukan High. You're gonna love it here.
Sure thing. Yukari, whatever you say.
You're okay from here, right?
Sure.
You should go see your homeroom teacher first. The faculty office is right there to the left. And that concludes the tour. Do you have any questions before I go? Me? I don't know. I haven't looked at the classroom assignments yet. Hey, about last night, don't tell anyone what you saw, okay? See you later.
You can't tell me what to do. There are many people standing in front of the bulletin board. Press the sub-menu button to select an area and go there immediately. Please make use of this function to move around. Ah, I see. That's how they do it. Okay, that's cool. Oh great, I have the worst teacher ever. Class rosters are posted. You can't find your name. There is a small note with your name on it. Mukoda Yoshido, Class F. You look close and notice that the name Yukari Takeba is also on the list. It seems that you'll be in the same class as her. Faculty office. Enter.
Oh, are you the new student?
Yes, I am.
11th grade, correct?
I guess. The teacher is flipping through pages in a file.
Wow, you've lived in a lot of different places. Let's see. In 1999, that was what, 10 years ago? Your parents... I'm sorry. I've been so busy I didn't have time to read this beforehand.
Of course, she didn't
I'm
read
Miss
it
Toriumi.
beforehand.
I teach composition. Welcome to our school. Wow, such enthusiasm. Have you seen the classroom assignments? You're in 2F. That's my class.
Oh,
But
really,
first,
Miss Toriumi?
we need to go to the auditorium.
That's,
The welcoming ceremony will be
peculiar.
starting soon. Follow me.
This is so weird. I'm used to this game being 3D.
The new school year,
But
I'd like each of you to remember the proverb: if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. When applied to student life, this means...
the principal continues with his speech.
Psst. Hey,
The student behind you is trying to get your attention.
you came to school with Yukari this morning, right? I saw you two walking together. Hey, I have a question. Do you know if she has a boyfriend? I see. I thought you might know, but I guess not. So how well do you know her?
I hear talking. I believe it's someone in Ms. Toriumi's class.
Of course it is.
Shh, be quiet. You're going to get me in trouble.
Yeah, lots of people talking. Homeroom is over. Your first after-school session is about to begin.
What's up, dude? How's it going?
Who are
Me?
you?
I'm Junpei Iori. Nice to meet you. I transferred here when I was in 8th grade. I know how tough it is being the new kid. So wanted to say, hey. See what a nice guy I am?
I love Junpei.
Hey, it's Yucatan.
Yucatan.
I didn't think we'd be in the same class again.
At it again, huh? I swear you'll talk to anyone if they'll listen. Did you ever think you might be bothering someone?
What? But I was just being friendly.
If you say so. Anyway, some coincidence that we'd be in the same homeroom, huh? Funny, huh?
Hello? Are you forgetting that I'm in this class too? By the way, I heard you two came to school together this morning. What's up with that? Come on, give me the dirt.
What are you talking about? We live in the same dorm. There's nothing going on, okay? Why are people even talking about it? Now you have me worried. Hey, you didn't say anything to anyone about you know what, did you? Okay, good. Seriously, don't say anything about last night, all right? What?
Last night?
Wait a minute! Don't get the wrong idea. Listen! I just met him yesterday, and there's absolutely nothing between us. Jeez. I gotta go. I've got something to take care of for the archery team. But you better not start any rumors.
Uh-huh.
Who cares? No one takes rumors seriously anyway. She's so paranoid. But hey, it's your first day here and people are already talking about you. Believe it or not, she's actually pretty popular. You the man. This is gonna be a fun year. I can feel it.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but he's definitely right. He decided to go home with Junpei.
Whoa, check out the jocks on the run. Say, you thinking about joining a club? You'd be joining as a new member, though, so you won't be able to apply for a little while.
We made small talk with Junpei as you went home. There's a sign-in sheet on the counter. You can save your game at the sign-in sheet.
Welcome back.
What will you do? Save. Oh well, that's a little bit of a... This is so weird because I'm used to this game being 3D and you're running around. Now it's just a point-and-click adventure so far. You really shouldn't be outside on your own at night. It's too dangerous. Anyway, you must be tired. You should get a good night's rest. Later, at the dormitory lounge, a young man walked down the stairs as Mitsuru was reading a book.
I'm going out for a bit.
Hmm?
Have you seen the newspapers lately?
I know. People who had no problems before are suddenly developing acute cases of apathy syndrome. I've seen it in the news quite often lately. They say it's due to stress, but...
Yeah, right. It has to be them. Otherwise, it's not worth my time.
You have a one-track mind. Will you be okay on your own?
Don't worry. I'm just getting a little practice.
Alright, a little bit of practice.
This isn't a game, Akihiko.
His name is Akihiko. And he's, if it isn't Duggie D. Woofy, maybe it is T-Foxer. Hello. How are you doing, T? It's good to see you. I'm here for your beans. Ah. You overhear a conversation. Did you hear the rumor? Oh, something about a bathroom? No, not that one. I mean the story about the first-year student. Not only did she stop coming to school, she does nothing but sit and stare at the walls all day. If her mother tries to talk to her, she only mutters to herself, "It's coming, it's coming." How about that? You don't believe me? Open your textbooks and we'll take a look at the first novel by Zenzo Kasai. Ugh, why him? I'd rather teach Utsubo Kubota. He became famous as a singer, but he also produced fine literature. I wonder why it's not in the textbook. Well, I'll just bring Kubota's book next time. Hi Shinru, welcome aboard, it's good to see you. Have a good enjoyment of the stream. Hey, Junpei, were you listening? Who did I say was my favorite author? Psst, who does she like? That's right. So you were listening to me after all. Well, you know how I like to pay attention. Man, you saved my bacon, Makoto. You hear your classmates whispering. Makoto gave him the answer. He must pay attention in class. You became slightly more popular. Your charm has increased. Class is ended for today. There's nothing to do, so you decide to go back to the dorm. The dormitory lounge. Ikari is already here, talking with an unfamiliar man.
Oh, he's back.
So, this is our new guest.
A new guest. This guy has the worst S's in voice acting ever, and I love it.
Good evening. My name is Shuji Ikutsuki. I'm the chairman of the board for your school. Ikutsuki. Hard to say, isn't it? That's why I don't like introducing myself. Even I get tongue-tied sometimes.
Sometimes.
I apologize about the confusion regarding your accommodations. However, it may take a while longer before you receive the proper room assignment.
Oh.
Is there anything you'd like to ask? You saw something strange. Like what? You were probably just tired. I wouldn't worry about it.
Something doesn't seem right.
Do you have another question? To welcome you, of course. Speaking of which, where's Mitsuru, Yukari?
She's upstairs.
As diligent as always. Although it doesn't hurt to come down and say hello.
Did you know the persona wasn't named after psychological concept of personas and IDs? It was named after series director Katsura Hashino's son, person A, who dies in a tragic barbecue sauce accident. The spin-off coming in June is gonna be named after Katsura Hashino's daughter, Person B. Oh, you're so silly.
Do you have another question? There were only 4 students in this dorm. You, Yukari here, Mitsuru, and a senior named Akihiko Sanada. I hope you all get along. Do you have another question?
Nah, I'm good.
Then I hope you have a successful school year. Now, if you'll excuse me, you must be tired from all the excitement. You should go to bed early. As they say, the early bird
My
catches the
uncle works at
bookworm.
Nintendo. I heard it from him.
Please forgive the bad pun.
You'll get used to his lame jokes.
You should rest for today. You decided to return to your room and sleep. Ow. Later, at a certain room in the dormitory.
Working hard? So, how's he doing?
He went to bed a little while ago. He's asleep now. Mr. Chairman, do you think he's...
Well, let's wait and see for now. The dark hour is approaching.
Meanwhile, in a back alley of Tatsumi Port Island.
This sucks.
Upbeat music is playing from the radio that the man threw away.
KJ Radio presents the Bay Tuners. Tune in again next week for more of the hits.
You need one tuner and one non-tuner to make a synchro summon? Wait, what? Wrong game.
This program is brought to you by Kirijo Electronics. Kirijo Electronics, always there when you need them. The time is now midnight.
Oh, it's midnight. Oh my. I have never played Persona 3 Portable, so this is a very different experience. I built the overlay network! Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Still an odd season. Yu-Gi-Oh! In space.
What the? What's happening to me?
Seriously, this picture of the model they used here, it makes it look super indie. Like, I'm not even joking. This looks super indie right now. And it's made by Atlas. They are not indie. So it's so weird to experience this game in a more indie-like fashion than what I'm used to. I don't even know if this Persona 3 Portable has, like, in my opinion, the proper version of Persona 3, where you're actually running around and you're talking to people in real time and stuff. But, well, we'll see how good it is. What is the best season of Yu-Gi-Oh! And why is it Sexal Season 1 Heartland City? I would disagree and say Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Generation X. Game on, get your game on. Come on, you better play your Pippis right. Back at the certain room in the dormitory.
He's still sleeping. The dark hour occurs every day at 12 midnight. You could say it's the hidden hour. During this time, an ordinary person transmogrifies into a coffin and is oblivious to all that occurs.
Then he must be...
As you can see, he's retained his human form. He's asleep.
It's not even
but
his
he's
final form.
definitely experiencing the dark hour. The only question that remains is whether or not he has the potential.
He has the book potential.
Although, he must. If he didn't, they would have preyed on him by now.
Scary.
In any case, we should continue to monitor him for a few more days.
Yes, sir.
I feel kind of bad, though, spying on him like this.
She makes it sound so devious that they put cameras into your room. It's their own fault. What they're gonna see is on their own, it's their own responsibility, whatever they are going to see. Master Makoto Yoshido, Alright. Welcome to the Velvet Room.
My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This is Elizabeth. She's a resident here, like myself.
Pleased to meet you.
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. Only those who have signed the contract can enter
I
this
actually
place.
don't think I have a single disliked part of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I think it's all just a really good package of a card game anime. But then again, if we're talking about card game anime and the best one, then I'm sorry, but it's Duel Masters. You can't convince me otherwise, because I've already decided in my mind that that is how it is. The paper you signed at the dorm is lying before Igor.
Henceforth, you shall be welcome here in the Velvet Room. You are destined to hone your unique ability, and you will require my help to do so.
Alright,
I
Igor.
only ask one thing in return. That you abide by the contract and assume responsibility for the choices you make. Hold on to this.
Velvet key, yeah.
Till we meet again.
I'm waiting for our first encounter so I can check what the combat is like. I'm excited to see what it is. You felt like you had a strange dream. It's time to go to school. Wake up, it's time for school! Yo, man, I'm so sleepy today. In times like these, it's best to sleep during class. You ever notice how sometimes taking a nap in class makes you feel more refreshed than sleeping at home? Right? You go from dead to being completely full of energy again. It's such a great feeling. Then again, I'm not listening to the lecture, so I'm screwed later. Oh, but we have classic literature today. That means we're stuck with Mr. Nasty Ol Lakota. Fun fact, Sartorius from GX had the same Japanese voice actor as Dio, so you can literally hear Yu-Gi-Oh! Villain say Sawada doing Dio's voice. Yeah. Awesome. Finally, after 2 months, finally got my car back. That's awesome. Good to hear, Shinru. I'm Mr. Koda. I'll be teaching you classic literature. I'll be teaching you about good old Japan all year. Some people say classic lit isn't relevant to everyday life, but oh, how they're wrong. The students, the other teachers, wrong. Nobody really understands classic lit. You feel tired. Close your eyes for a few minutes. Stay awake. Hey, are you all listening to me? Wake up, children. Now open your textbooks. First on our syllabus is Ise Monogatari, the origin of Japanese literature. It's a very interesting story. You youngsters might call it the bomb. I can tell you people are zoning out. You stayed up and listened to the lecture. Your academics has increased. Academics? You decided to go home with Junpei. Polonia Mall.
Whenever I hang out with the guys from school, we usually end up here. There's a karaoke box, an arcade, and oh, this is where you come to rent out CDs too.
This is a pop. I'm just listening to this for a little while. Why are the soundtracks of every single Persona game so good? Like, for real. They're too good. They're too good.
Then there's that club over there. But of course, I've never seen the inside.
The station is bustling with students on their way home. My Woofy Academia?
Welcome back.
What? I'm gonna teach you how to become Woofy, I guess. The moon is beautiful tonight. It might be nice to read a book by moonlight once in a while. These networked computers were installed when the dorm was built. Their main purpose is to send the school reports about daily life here in the dorm. Woofy TFN. Woofy transformation so you become Woofy? I don't know if you want to do that. I don't know if you want that at all, honestly. Go, go, let me rock your world. Yeah, yeah. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. There used to be a dorm mother here to do stuff like cooking, but there's just us students here now. It would be great to have somebody like that doing stuff for us, don't you think? I mean, I'm not a good cook, and Mitsuru-senpai just doesn't do things like that. It's like a treasure vault full of money we can't spend. I mean, I could be handsome and smoochable, so like, why not do it for a while? You silly. Silly, silly, silly. For silly. Go back to your room. Feel tired, you should get some rest. There we go. Uh-oh. The dark hour. Also, T, you hated FES, but you will give this one a shot. I mean, I know it's annoying when you can't control your characters, but they have literally made all the exploration point-and-click adventure instead for the portable. And that was not something I was ready for, to be honest. But I might get used to it with time. At a certain room in the dormitory.
How is he?
The same as last night.
Very interesting. Even those who have the potential tend to be unstable at first. Memory loss, disorientation. But this subject is rather unique. He hasn't exhibited any of the common symptoms.
Well, the reason is,
But
I'm too strong for that.
we're treating him like a guinea pig.
I understand your concern, but it's imperative that we recruit new members. I heard he's your classmate. Wouldn't you be more comfortable working with someone from the same grade?
Yeah, I guess. But still.
Maybe there's a mod for FES. I think there is, where you can control your other teammates. But yeah, if you want, like, just keep in mind, Persona 3 Portable is a port of the Persona 3 PSP game. So,
You're not gonna believe this. This thing is huge.
Oh, stream dropping out? Oh no.
Unfortunately, I don't have time to talk. It's chasing me. I wanted to let you guys know. I'm almost there.
Well, luckily, people can watch the stream even if it's a bot later on down the line. So, even if your stream just can't follow, luckily, the whole video will be up for you to watch at any point in time. Which I like way more than Twitch, because I can actually record while streaming. And then there's a video for people who want to watch it. And for those who says, oh no, I don't like that you can't watch the chat that happened during that stream. That is fixed on YouTube, because if you go in on a stream, then there will be the top chat that covers all the messages sent through a stream, and then there's a comment section underneath. So they actually fixed that kind of issue. That's why I don't have the pop-up with the chat messages from you folks, because I can just read it from the chat, you know? And it will be on the bot.
Does that mean he's bringing that thing here?
Mr. Chairman, let's suspend our observation for now. We'll prepare for battle.
Right. Be careful.
I wonder how the combat is. I hope the combat is the same deal as per usual.
Akihiko!
I'm all right. Get ready to be surprised. It'll be here any second.
This is no time to joke around.
It's one of them, Akihiko?
Yes, but not an ordinary one.
What the? You've got to gotta be kidding me!
Mr. Chairman, please head for the command room. Takiba, go upstairs and wake him up. Then escape out the back.
But what about you two?
We'll stop it here.
I just wish YouTube would stop trying to make the stream UI like the video UI. That's something we are trying to push through, actually, to change so that there is like an actual stream UI. But we can't, you know, guarantee anything. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't.
You led it to us, Akihiko, so I'm afraid you'll have to fight.
Like I had a choice. What are you waiting for, Yukari? Go!
I'm going!
You are awoken by a loud noise. You decide to go take a look.
Wake up! Sorry, I'm coming in! I don't have time to explain. We have to get out of here now!
Subscription value. What do you mean by subscription value? Is it that when you subscribe you actually get... because if you're talking about emotes, there are custom emotes now that you can get, and then when you are clicking on the join button, then you will unlock, just like on Twitch, you would unlock special emotes from that channel. But you can use them across channels, yeah. But one thing I do enjoy is that if I get that far, I can decide my price. It's not Twitch that decides it or YouTube. I can make my own tiers. And that's something I think Twitch needs to do. But the only reason why they don't do it is because they want as much money out of it as possible. So they set the pricing.
Hurry, downstairs!
I like that I can set my own pricing on stuff. I think that's way better.
Take this, just in case.
Yukari handed you a short
Okay,
sword.
let's go.
Dormitory, first floor at the rear entrance.
Alright, we should be safe now.
Takiba, do you read me?
Yes, I hear you.
Be careful. There's more than one enemy. The one we're fighting isn't the one Akihiko saw.
What? Let's pull back. What was that?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's getting closer. Keep moving, hurry!
Dormitory rooftop.
The door's locked. I think we're safe for now.
Oh, well, we aren't. Huh? Oh wow, we'll see our first animated sequence. Wow. Oh, that's actually a cool intro to the shadow.
You gotta be kidding me! It climbed up the wall?
Of course, why wouldn't it?
There, they're on the roof.
That gigantic shadow. Just what is it we're dealing with?
Let's go, Mitsuru. Wait.
Wait.
That's the thing that attacked this place. We call them shadows. Oh yeah, I have to fight. I can summon mine. No problem.
Can you though?
Here goes.
I definitely see it's a different quality compared to the PS2 game.
Thou art I, and I am thou.
There's Thanatos.
What on earth was that?
The sudden swell of power has subsided. Orpheus regained its original form. You have obtained a new persona.
Is it over?
Who knows, maybe.
It's still moving!
A piece of the shadow is heading for Yukari.
No! Get away from me!
You have to save her. I don't know about you, but in my opinion, it runs really badly. And I don't think it's because my game is set that high, I just think it's not low. I felt a surge of energy inside after the recent battle. Your hit points and spirit points have increased. You are now able to create personas up to level 3. Something inside you has changed. Orpheus has leveled up. Dark has increased and learn Aki. Awesome. I remembered another huge counter to Mew. Path to the Peak cuts off Genesis straws. Yeah, so essentially, to counter a Mew build in Pokemon TCG, you need Path to the Peak, or else it's gonna be so much harder than need be. And that gives me that whole Max C issue. One card that you just have to have in your decks, else you're gonna be screwed. I don't like that in card games when there's like this one super important card. And yes, it might relatively only be from you, but there might be other very competitive decks that requires Path to the Peak as the counter because you don't have any other trainer cards that can really counter what they do. And that's really annoying when you are forced to get this one particular item at all points, or trainer card at all points. Yeah, as I said, it's just a few, but it's still some of the strongest. And that is a problem. Like, because it is so strong, then you're forced to use Path to the Peak. And that is something I'm not a fan of. That you're forced to have this card in to actually make it work in any kind of way. No matter which deck I used that wasn't the 2022 World Cup deck, I couldn't stop your decks because I couldn't deny your main functionality. Like, what made your build work was that you could use abilities from your bench. And I had to counter that. And the same applies to the Lugia build. You have to counter what enables Lugia. And if you can't do that, you're screwed. You can't stop it. So it kind of feels like it's the Max C of Pokemon TCG. It's Path to the Peak. Alright, back to the game here. It seems Yukari is safe too. Yeah, and I don't like them. I really don't like bench abilities. That was not very popular back when I played. But then again, I only played until the second generation. Then I didn't play it anymore. I only played the first generation of cards when it was still very, very new. And it was very rare that there was an ability that could use something from the bench other than the ability to switch out without the need of a switch card. And I think it was around when they got the next generation from second gen and upwards. I think that was when they started getting a lot of abilities that was very popular. I just feel that the bench only has one purpose, and that is holding your Pokemon. It shouldn't do anything else. And that's maybe just my opinion on the matter. But like, when you can use stuff that is on your bench that's supposed to be your inactive slots, then I'm very annoyed. Because like that kind of beats the point of the whole bench. That is essentially making the bench overpowered, because you can't kill what isn't out there unless you have an ability that specifically targets the bench. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's not that fun when you're like forced to have a specific item to counter pretty much what is popular nowadays. Just like combos are super popular in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, that's why Max C exists, to counter a whole like chain of effects. And Ash Blossom and stuff like that. It's more interesting when you have specific rules for specific cards. So, in Fossil and Jungle, yeah, maybe if you got the rarest cards in the game, I almost had all 151 and I didn't see a single bench ability from Fossil and Jungle specifically. I can even... Actually, give me a second. Let me take out my huge binder. Old ass cards. Then let's see when I stumble upon this. Then let's see if I stumble upon this mystical bench effect. That's first page. D. Okay, then let me rephrase. Using abilities of benched Pokemon is the worst. Because I don't mind this, like Whirlwind, that your opponent switches their defending Pokemon with one of this or her benched Pokemon. That's fine. So like Pidgeotto works. But there's none of them that allows you to use abilities from the bench in the early game. That was not a thing. That was something that came in later. And I don't like it. Yeah, I'm really trying to read through every single card to see how many of them acquires actually or requires or does something with the bench other than just switching out, because of course that's no problem. For an example, this is so stupid. The original Duck Trio had Earthquake, and that did damage to each of your own benched Pokemon. That's very balanced. You're sacrificing a little bit of yourself to be able to damage your opponent a lot. That makes sense. Complete sense. It's just that you're able to use other Pokemon's abilities. That is, attacks from the bench. When you have an ability that can allow you to attack with a benched Pokemon, I don't like it. Attacks. Moves. Shall we call it moves and abilities then? Then I'm saying I don't like when they have a move or an ability that allows you to use moves from the bench. Do I really have to go that anal about it? I don't like it. It's not fair, and it's really ruining the pace of the game. When you can just say, I don't care about what I have out on the field, I can just use whatever I want because I have this one ability. I don't like it. But there's rarely a card game I fully enjoy. And that has been like that since time immemorial. That's why I never played card games. I collected card games. It was a collecting kind of hobby for me. Because I don't like card games. I like collecting cards. I don't like card games. I still haven't found a single move that allows you to use other Pokemon's moves from the bench. And I'm almost done with Generation 1. So, like, essentially, yes, they still use bench abilities or have bench-related powers, but they're way more balanced than they are now. Like, they're very simple, nothing complicated around here. And of course, there's also Pokemon powers. That's a different deal altogether. But I don't see a single one of them that has that kind of functionality in the early generations. It must be a thing that came into the game later on down the line. You can deny them using moves or attacks. but I don't see a single one that allows you to use a benched Pokemon's move while having the other one out. I will actually at some point go on the big web there and find out when it started. When they found out, let's do this. Like, for an example, Mew VMAX, I hate that she can just use a move from a different Pokemon. Makes no sense to me. And it will never make sense to me because, in my opinion, that's imbalanced. Because you're forced to have one card to actually fix it, else you can't. Alright, enough card game talk. I need to play a game too, so let's just get back to that. Yeah, all VMAX are just stupidly powerful, and the effects are too ridiculous. Yeah, it's what I'm saying. It's become ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
Are you okay?
It should only be able to use its own attacks. As soon as you can do anything else than that, then I would say you've done something weird. Like, then they've tried too hard to make it different that they ended up making it completely broken. Because most of these VMAXs requires a certain card to counter them. And then there's V-Star and all that shit, but yeah, I just don't like card games. They're never fun. They're always frustrating. If it isn't because they've made too many effects and they've developed on the game for way too long, you're gonna be RNG'd out of existence. And it's just, nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I prefer collecting cards, not playing cards. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion on the matter.
Oh, come on! Please! Can you hear me? Answer me!
This is the Velvet Room, was it?
It's so nice to see you again. You became unconscious after awakening to your power. I see that it was Orpheus that heeded your calling.
Yeah, he did.
That power is called a persona. It is a manifestation of your psyche. A persona is a facet of your personality that surfaces as you react to external stimuli. You can think of it as a mask that protects you as you brave many hardships. When you use your persona ability, you must channel your inner strength. The ability evolves as you develop your social links, your emotional ties with others.
Also, a hot take, I really don't like that they changed the name on social links in Persona 5. Why did they have to change the name to Confidants? That's such I don't like that they changed the name. It's the same thing. Just call it social links. I don't know why you had to change the name on them. But whatever.
The stronger your social links, the more powerful your persona ability. Please remember that. Now then, time marches on in your world. I shouldn't keep you here any longer. Next time we meet, you will come here of your own accord. Until then, farewell.
The hell? Your head is getting clearer. You can see a white ceiling. You wonder how long you've been asleep. You feel someone's presence beside you.
You're awake. How do you feel? Thank goodness you finally came to. Oh, this is Tatsumi Memorial Hospital. It's just a short walk from the station. The doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you. He said you were just exhausted.
Oh, I am.
I'm sorry I couldn't do anything, but your power, it was amazing. You mean the shadows? They're what we're fighting against. And the power you used, we call it persona. We'll
Me
explain
too.
everything later. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. I wanted to tell you that I'm sort of like you. My dad died in an accident when I was little. My mom and I aren't exactly on good terms. You're all alone too, right? To be honest, I already know about your past. But it didn't seem fair, so I wanted you to know about mine.
That's fair.
It was back in '99. There was a big explosion in the area.
1999, Pizza Summer.
Supposedly, my dad died in the blast. But nobody really knows what happened.
I mean, I can tell you. Kira Queen Daisan no Paguran, Baista Dusto!
He was working in a lab run by the Kirijo group. So, I'm hoping that if I stick around long enough, I'll find out something. That's why I'm going to Gekkoukan High, and why I was there when this happened to you. Of course, I panicked and wasn't much help. It was my first time fighting them too. I'm sorry. You wouldn't have to go through all this if I wasn't such a coward. Really?
I heard rumors
But
about you,
still.
therefore I will not trauma dump on you, Yukari. Yep.
And here I am telling you all this the minute you wake up.
Okay, at least she did admit that herself.
While I was waiting, I thought to myself, I've been hiding so many things from him. As soon as he wakes up, I'll tell him the truth. So, thanks for listening. I've been wanting to share that story with someone for a long time. All right, I'm gonna get going. I'll let the others know you woke up. Bye!
Yeah, I know you just woke up from a goddamn week-long coma, but we need to tell you a few things, okay? Yo, long time no see. What's up? Did you have an upset stomach or something? Anyways, I got something to tell ya. Actually, oh wait, I'm not supposed to say anything. Sorry, man. Sheesh, someone's full of energy today. I could hear you from all the way over here. Huh? You two came separately today, even though you guys are in the same dorm? Ugh, we're all tired of hearing you talk about that. Makoto-kun, are you feeling better? Sorry to hit you with this first thing in the morning, but Ikutsuki-san wants to talk to you today. Come to the 4th floor of the dorm after school, okay? Don't forget. Oh, I won't. That's enough about mammoths. I don't see the big deal. They're just huge elephants. And that wraps it up for the Stone Age. I'm tired of lessons about stones. I'd rather talk about the Sengoku era. Japanese history's not that exciting until then. Though I'm paid to do this, so I've gotta. It's tough being an adult. Next is the Jomon period. When do the samurai get their day in the sun? I'll just ask a question at random and call it a day. Hey, Junpei. What was the style of houses in the Jomon period called? How am I supposed to know about something way back then? Quick, Makoto, what the heck is he talking about? Mud huts. That's correct. Mud huts were built by digging a hole in the ground and supporting the roof. It's no use. I can't get interested. I want to get to the age of katanas. Everything else is so dull. Hey, I answered right and I don't get any credit? Oh well. Thanks, Makoto. You hear your classmates whispering. Makoto told Junpei the answer. He's really smart. You became slightly more popular. Your charm has increased, oh my. Class has ended for today. There seems to be something important going on at the dorm. You decide to go back early. There's no one in the lounge. I must save the game right now, yeah. You were told to go to the 4th floor. You may now create quick save data from the command menu. To continue playing from a quick save, select continue from the title screen. The layout and progress of the current floor will be reset and you will start at the beginning of the floor. Yeah. Well, it's at least quick to get from A to B. A room on the 4th floor. Yukari, Mitsuru, the chairman, and an unfamiliar male student are sitting here.
Ah, there you are. I'm glad that you're okay. The reason I asked you here is because I needed to talk to you. Please, have a seat.
All right.
Oh, before that, I believe I mentioned him earlier, but this is Akihiko.
How you doing?
Okay, let me start off by asking you this. Would you believe me if I said that a day consists of more than 24 hours?
I'm not surprised by your reaction. However, you've already experienced this truth firsthand.
No, you must
Do you
have
remember the
noticed
night
the
you came here?
signs.
You had to have noticed the signs. The streetlights went out, nothing was working, there were coffins everywhere. Didn't it feel like you were in a different time? That's the dark hour, a time period hidden between one day and the next.
I guess it's more like something people aren't aware of, but the dark hour does exist. It occurs each night at midnight. It'll happen tonight, and every night to come.
Normal people don't realize it, since they're all sleeping inside their coffins. But that's not what makes the dark hour so interesting. You saw those creatures. We call them shadows. They only appear during the dark hour and attack anyone not in a coffin. It's our job to defeat them. Sounds exciting, huh?
Akihiko, why are you always like that? You just got hurt the other day.
Now. He does his work well. Long story short, we're the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad. C's for short.
C's.
On paper, we're classified as a school club. But in reality, this group is dedicated to defeating the shadows. Mitsuru is the leader. I'm the club advisor.
A shadow feeds on the mind of its prey. The victim becomes a living corpse. They're responsible for most of the incidents on the news, if not all of them.
Damn.
Although rare, there are those who can function during the dark hour. Some may even awaken to a power that enables them to fight the shadows. That's Persona, the power you used the other night. The shadows can only be defeated by Persona users, which means it's all up to you guys. I'm glad you're quick to understand.
Mitsuru opens the case on the table. A silver gun gleams uncannily from inside.
What he's trying to say is, we want you to join us. We've prepared an evoker for you. We'd like you to lend us your strength.
I was afraid you'd say no. Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad. Oh, I almost forgot. About your room assignment. Why don't you just stay here, in your current room? I don't know what the holdup is, but I guess it worked out in the end.
Hold up? Wasn't that? Oh, never mind.
Join cease to fight the shadows. A voice rings in your head. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt be blessed when creating personas of the Full Arcana. You have established the C social link of the Full Arcana. You may earn an XP bonus when fusing personas of the Full Arcana. You feel your inner strength growing. You recall what Igor said about the power of social links. The intensity of social links strengthens the power of the personas. Social links, are these the bonds you form with people you meet? You're still tired from your hospital stay. You decided to return to your room. Boom. As you were dozing off, you felt someone's presence.
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
I'm always with you. Soon, the end will come. I remembered, so I thought I should tell you. The end of everything. But to be honest, I don't really know what it is. Oh, looks like you've awakened to your power. And an unusual power it is. A power that takes many forms. yet is bound by none. It may prove to be your salvation, depending on where you end up. Do you remember when we first met? I expect you to honor your commitment. I'll be watching you, even if you forget about me. Okay then. See you later.
The boy disappeared. Into thin air. Morning. Thanks about yesterday. Akihiko-senpai's injured too, and I was really uneasy about working alone with Mitsuru-senpai. Yeah, let's do our best together. But I wonder when senpai's injury is going to heal. He said that wasn't a major injury. Well, Akihiko would always say it's not a major injury unless he's literally like, yeah, unconscious. Then he knows it's bad. Yukari began talking to you in class.
I thought I was gonna fall asleep in there.
Can I have a minute? Come to the lounge when you get back to the dorm. I have something to tell everyone. I'll save the details for later. See you there.
All right. Mitsuru left.
She's probably busy with things like student council, unlike us.
Ooh, Yucatan. Do I sense some hostility?
Just a little bit. It seems that Junpei was listening
Well,
too.
it's not that I don't like her. She's just...
Class is ended for today. There seems to be something important going on at the dorm. You decide to go back early. Dormitory, 4th floor, command room. Mitsuru and Akihiko are already here.
Welcome back.
We were waiting for you. There's someone I want to introduce.
Huh?
Hey, hurry up.
Hold your horses. This is freaking heavy. What's up?
Junpei? Why are you here?
This is Junpei Iori from Class 2F. He'll be staying here as of today.
He's staying here? You've got to be kidding me.
I bumped into him the other night. He has the potential, but he just awakened to it recently. I told him about us, and he agreed to help.
You have the potential? For real?
He found me crying like a baby at the convenience store, surrounded by a bunch of coffins. I don't remember much, but man, that's embarrassing. He said that's, you know, completely normal in the beginning. Like being confused and not remembering anything. Did you guys know that? Oh, that's good. You should, since you're a Persona user. But man, I was shocked to find out about you guys. I had no idea. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It could get kinda lonely, you know? I'll bet you're stoked too, right? Having me join?
Yep.
Huh? Yeah.
Junpei has joined Cease.
Well, enough with the introductions. I think we're about ready
to explore that place.
Okay, everybody's here. I'd like your undivided attention. For a long time, Mitsuru and Akihiko were the only Persona users we had, but that number recently jumped to 5. Therefore, starting tonight at 12 a.m., I'd like to commence the exploration of Tartarus.
Tartarus? What's that? Sounds like toothpaste.
Toothpaste,
You haven't seen it, Junpei?
It's no surprise, since it only appears during the dark hour.
The dark hour?
Just like the shadows. Interesting, huh? And it's the perfect place for us to train. You can think of it as a shadow nest.
Whoa. Their nest, huh?
But, Senpai, what about your injury?
Since Akihiko hasn't fully recovered yet, he'll only come as far as the entrance.
Yeah, I know.
Relax. I've got your backs.
I'm not so sure about this.
What about you, Mr. Chairman?
I'll stay here. As you know, I can't summon a Persona.
Gekkoukan High School, front gate.
This is it? This is the place? Why here?
Just wait a few minutes. It's almost midnight.
We're not even gonna see the we are gonna see the transformation just in a worse way. Okay, fair enough. At least they did that.
This is Tartarus, the labyrinth that reveals itself during the dark hour.
Labyrinth? What are you talking about? What happened to our school?
Once the dark hour passes, everything returns to normal.
This is the nest you were talking about? But why? Why'd our school turn into a giant tower? You don't know either?
No.
I'm sure it's complicated.
Well, maybe now we'll find out. Mitsuru and I have only gone in to take a peek. This'll be our first time exploring it. Exciting, isn't it? There has to be some sort of clue in here about the dark hour.
Akihiko, I respect your enthusiasm, but you won't be accompanying us today.
I know. You don't have to remind me.
So this is Tartarus. You decide to enter the tower.
Whoa. It's just as cool on the inside.
But it sure is creepy.
This is only the entrance. The labyrinth lies beyond the doorway at the top of the stairs.
First, we'll have you three get a feel for this place. Why don't you go have a look around?
What? By ourselves?
We're not asking you to go very far, and I'll be feeding you information from here.
We're also going to appoint a leader to make any necessary decisions.
For real? One of us? Oh, me, pick me.
Cute, Junpei.
You're in charge.
But wait, why him? He doesn't look like a leader.
But he has fought them before.
Seriously?
That's true, but there's another reason. You two. Can you summon your persona without any difficulties like he can?
Yeah, of course I can.
I think so.
These are shadows we're talking about here. Without your persona, you're screwed.
I'm aware of that.
Alright, let's head inside. Are you ready?
Yep. You decide to go through the entrance. A strange door is sitting in the corner of the
What's
lobby.
the matter?
The velvet key in your hand is shining. The key fits to the door's keyhole as if it was being sucked in.
I've been waiting for you. The time has come for you to wield your power.
For you to wield your power.
The tower that you are about to venture into. How did it come to be? For what purpose does it exist?
Who knows?
Regrettably, you are not yet capable of answering these questions. That is why you must be made aware of the nature of your power. Your power is unique. It's like the number 0. It's empty, but at the same time holds infinite possibilities. You are able to possess multiple personas and summon them as needed. And when you have defeated your enemies, you will see the faces of possibility before you. There may be times when they are difficult to grasp, but do not.
Hey Trixie, why not stream on Twitch? Because I'm done with Twitch. I've been done with Twitch ever since I moved back to Twitch. I've been trying for a long time to just get away from it. And besides, I don't have to work with getting a VOD up because it's automatically a video ready to be watched by anyone once it's done. So that's why.
Your power will grow accordingly. Be sure.
Also,
to
I can
keep that
upload
in mind.
videos because I do video streams and shorts eventually on YouTube. Just to be able to make more different kinds of content. So
My
people don't
spare
have to
time
go
will
40
soon be
different
scarce.
places for my content. They will all be in one place.
But please, come again of your own accord. I'll tell you then about my true role, the manner in which I can best assist you. Until then, farewell.
But hi, Trixie. Welcome aboard.
Hey, are you all right?
Yeah, what's up? You look like a zombie. Don't tell me you just dozed off. You're like that coach who fell asleep during the championship game. Come on, man. You're supposed to be our leader.
They don't seem to see the door.
Cut him some slack. If nothing's wrong, then let's get going.
Sure, let's get going. You can check your own status by pressing the command menu button. Also, you can save your progress by accessing the clock to the left of the entrance. You can also pay money to heal by accessing this clock. Oh, that's cool. So you can do a little bit of everything in here with the clock. Nice. Well, unknown device. It's some kind of device you've never seen before. It doesn't seem to be functioning right now. Are you ready? Ready. Good luck. Now I'm interested in seeing how it is going through the dungeons here. Inside Tartarus.
So, this is it, huh?
I hope I don't get lost.
Can you all hear me?
Whoa. Is that you, Senpai?
I'll be providing audio backup from here on out.
Wait, you mean you can see inside here?
It's my persona's ability. I'd like to join you, but the structure of Tartarus changes from day to day. That's why outside support is imperative.
Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
Now, based on your current location, you can expect to encounter enemies at any minute. They shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution. Practice makes perfect.
Right.
Got it.
Alrighty.
Why is she always like that?
Who knows? Let's begin. Keep in mind that these are real battles you'll be engaging in. Now see if you can eliminate all the shadows wandering around on this floor. What's like wrong with Twitch? First of all, it is way too competitive. Like, I was trying for 4 or 5 years, trying to get 500 followers, and that's just followers, mind you. And at every point in time, I never got closer. And it felt like the reason was because it was oversaturated on Twitch. And they weren't really there for me. They were there for me because another streamer had recommended me at some point, and it didn't really feel like I was part of anything. It more felt like I was by myself. Now I'm building a brand on YouTube, and I've already gotten another streamer on board. So I'm just building a brand now instead. I don't wanna sit here and like compete with Twitch and their algorithm. I'm just not about that life. So I rather wanna, you know, chill and figure out what I want to do with myself and my content. So it's nothing wrong with the platform by itself. Mostly, I don't like the design choices of Twitch. That it's all about numbers. That's kind of how it feels, and it can also be felt on viewers that are on Twitch that people don't really turn into a streamer with, let's say, less than 100 viewers. It's mostly the popular ones you jump in for or go to Twitch for. And especially within my niche, which was like the furry Twitch community, I was definitely in the bottom, like around the bottom 10, despite working really hard for 3-4 years. Streaming all up to like 5 times a week, it was just not enough. I didn't grow enough. So I said, you know what, let me just stop thinking about growing and then just do what I like. That's essentially it. This way I won't have any pressure from other people because YouTube is so much bigger that it's like, there are more people that has 1 million plus subscribers on YouTube that there ever will be of people with 1,000 subscribers on Twitch. Let's put it that way. And that's because Twitch is about the highest numbers, while YouTube is about finding the content you want to watch. That's kind of how the difference is between Twitch and YouTube, is that YouTube is a video platform, first and foremost. So when people are looking for something, they will find it that way. On Twitch, you are not looking for something. You have already found something, like a creator you want to watch, or a community you want to be a part of as a chatter. And then you don't really move out of that little box after that. So I was like, I'm done trying to stress myself out. I just want to make content because that's what I enjoy doing. So the easiest way to make content is on a platform that covers multiple kinds of media content creation. I can do videos, I can do streams, I can do posts, like as if it was Twitter. I can do shorts, short form content that's very popular. I might have an idea for something at some point regarding that. So essentially just a lot of things with Twitch that I didn't like, that made me depressed, that just wasn't for me at the end of the day. Now, see if you can eliminate all the shadows wandering around on this floor. I think it runs really badly. I don't know why, so I will have to look in the config. Let's see. You don't wait. Oh, let's turn that off. Oh my goodness. It doesn't look that good. Watch out and detect a shadow in front of you. Move in and hit it before it attacks you. Yeah. Press the action button to use an attack. If you can hit an enemy before it hits you, then you'll have the advantage at the start of the battle. Damn.
Takuba has informed me about your power, but nevertheless, you have minimal combat experience. Would you like me to explain the basics of battle?
Sure.
The primary offensive options available to you in battle are attack and skill. Attack corresponds to the weapon you've equipped, while skill relates to your persona's abilities.
But that doesn't mean that I'll never stream on Twitch anymore. It's just that I will only stream on Twitch when I have something to show. That would be, for an example, if I'm casting a tournament or if I'm making some kind of big event, then sure. But I'm focusing on YouTube now.
Those skills consume either stamina or spiritual power. They tend to have a greater effect. Use whichever option best suits the situation. Keep attacking until you've defeated the enemy, but pay careful attention to your stamina. That's it for now. Did you? Okay, then I want you to defeat the enemy before you. Try using both the skill and attack options.
I don't know why it runs like this.
Attack again!
Here's our chance. Let's get him!
It runs so weird.
Here, you son of
I don't know if you're noticing it too, but it's like really choppy. The menus work super fine, but once we get into like the nitty-gritty of it, it runs really badly. Let's just put it at 100. Does it run better? Yeah, much better. I wouldn't expect an old game to run like this, but okay, fair enough. There should be a staircase nearby. Do you see it? A staircase is the only way to proceed to the next floor. I can't allow you to go any higher today, but please remember about it next time. There's another shadow ahead of you. You'll be at a disadvantage if the enemy gets the first hit in, so try to surprise your opponents and strike first. If you're able to strike the enemy before you're spotted, you will gain the initiative. On the other hand, if the enemy hits you first, the opposite will occur. Oh, it runs so weird.
Now's a good time for me to explain about attack properties, which are important to consider during battle. Do you want to know more?
Sure.
Nearly every type of attack is associated with a particular property. For example, swords can be used to do slash attacks, while bows are used to do pierce attacks. Skills, on the other hand, have different properties. Bufu, for instance, indicates an ice attack. Now, most enemies are vulnerable to certain types of attacks. In other words, they have weaknesses. A fire skill will deal greater damage to an enemy that's weak against fire. With my
Makes
power,
sense.
I can analyze an enemy to determine its weaknesses and strengths. That falls under tactics. Do you follow? The enemies you're facing have a weakness that you can exploit. Why don't you give it a try?
Well, I already know that.
You attacked the enemy's weak point.
I don't know why it's so
You attacked
choppy.
the enemy's weak
Here's our
point.
chance for an all-out attack on the atom!
I wonder why though. But I guess it's just a really old, how do we put it? A really, really old old port. Or the game is old and they ported a really old game. So they tried to optimize it and that didn't go in their favor. There seems to be a shadow just around the corner. Approach carefully to avoid being spotted. The map will prove to be quite useful as you explore, so use it often. Oh, really?
Were you able to exploit the enemy's weakness in the last battle? If you didn't already notice, doing so will also grant you an additional attack. Would you like more details?
Not this time.
Then proceed with the battle. Use...
I already know that I'm getting extra turns.
You exploited the enemy's weakness.
Oh my god, I hit the wrong target. Oh, I'm so stupid.
Excellent attack.
Oh, that's a crit.
Good to go. Just won't die.
Defeated an enemy.
I don't know if it's because I just installed the game today that it runs a little bit weird. But I'll fix that for next time. For sure. Shuffle time. Ooh. Mysterious cards have appeared in your mind. After battle, you will occasionally have the opportunity to select a card from the ones shuffled before your eyes. If you pick a card with a persona on it, then you will receive that persona. There are other cards, each of which has a unique effect or reward. Keep an eye on the card you want, and try to pick it. Press the action button when your desired card is directly in front. Okay. Go. That's the pixie. You're welcome, pixie, into your heart. Io and Hermes both got a level up. I detect a shadow up ahead. How are you feeling? If you or another party member is in bad shape, then use healing items prior to engaging the enemy. If you don't have anything on hand, then ask Takeba to heal you. Press the command menu button to open the menu screen. From there, you can recover HP with skills and items. You can use your friend's skills from there as well, so feel free to do so while keeping an eye on their SP. There's 4 of them.
There is a better way to defeat all of your enemies. You can perform it.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Shadows become... There may be times, however, when an escape will be impossible. This battle...
Yeah. Whatever you say.
Yes! The enemy is vulnerable. Attack! You exploited the enemy's weakness.
Another one.
Attack again.
There's one more to take down, and then we can do an all-out attack.
Attack again.
Here's our chance for an all-out attack. Let me at him.
Shuffle time. Ooh, Apsaras. Ooh. I want Apsaras. You're welcome to Apsaras into your heart. They're definitely leveling up quickly. That's odd. Usually there are more shadows on the prowl. Well, at least you gained some experience in battle. Let's go back to the dome for today. There should be an access point somewhere on that floor. You can use it to return to the entrance. Since there aren't any enemies to worry about, why don't you split up and search individually? Just tell the other party members what you'd like them to do. But if they get too far away while split up, you will not be able to use skills or items on them. Be careful of that. If party members get too far away, the portrait at the bottom right of the screen will darken. Yeah. Alright.
Everyone, spread out and proceed individually.
Okay.
Just gotta make sure.
Everyone, return to the leader.
Awesome. That's when we go up. Good, you found the access point. Please return to the entrance. Here you go. We got a medicine. It seems you've returned to the entrance.
Welcome back. So, how was it?
Interesting.
I see. Well, if you gained confidence, that's the best thing you could have achieved.
Wow, I never knew I had that kind of power. But damn, I'm beat.
That's because you were bouncing around like a little kid.
Yeah, you look pretty tired yourself, Yucatan.
I'm still trying to catch my breath, actually.
That's the effect of the dark hour. You'll become fatigued more easily. Don't worry, though. You'll adapt. But I'm surprised. You all did much better than I expected. At this rate, they'll catch up to you in no time, Akihiko.
We'll see about that.
In any event, by combining your powers with your teams, you were able to stand against the shadows. You feel a bond forming between yourselves. You felt the power of your heart intensify, as if in reaction to the bond between your friends. Level 2. For the Fool. The Sea Social Link has reached level 2. Your power to create personas of the Fool Arcana has grown. Just like Yukari and Junpei, you feel tired as well. You decided that it would be best to return to your room and rest. Well, everybody, that is gonna be it for this episode. I know it's a little bit shorter than usual, but that was very heavy in the voice acting department, and I also want to make sure that this will be fixed for next time, so we don't have that experience again, where the game runs really badly. But I will fix that, trust me. It's not my first rodeo with these kind of things. But I sure hope that all of you enjoyed what you experienced today. I have been trying my very, very best at providing the highest content possible and put as much energy into it as possible. But I can definitely feel that I have no more voice left because it's very voice acting heavy. That happens once in a while. Just check something real quick, just to make sure that I'm doing it right. Do this real quick. Boom. And then we save that. Good. Okay, I set it up, so that's all for today. I will return to streams again next week. And I think next time, or I hope next time, that I have the energy for Octopath Traveler. But aside from that, I wish you all a great evening. Have a good one, and I'll see you all next time.